Hiya. I hope you're doing well. So, I opened the deck, and the Six of Wands is at the bottom. It has something to do with, and look, split the deck and the star. So, I just channeled a message. If you haven't seen it, or the last video, I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to upload this, but the last video where I was talking about receiving yeses and getting a good luck streak, if you haven't watched that, those cards are a confirmation of that. But this reading is going to be a mental health check-in. Mental health. In addition to being a women's advocate, I advocate for mental health as well as someone who has gone through bouts of anxiety myself throughout my life. It has gotten a lot better through spiritual practices, but I still like to do things to help out other people who may suffer with mental health. So Spirit, can we get some mental health guidance? What's going on in the minds of the collective? What's happening in the subconscious? Moving out. Six of Swords. You're moving out of a dark mind, overthinking, maybe even experiencing insomnia. So we have the Six of Swords, death and rebirth, and the Two of Swords. So you're coming out of a place where you're feeling like you're in two minds, basically. Maybe you was trying to make a decision about something and you couldn't just come to a place where you was deciding to go left or to go right. That is changing swiftly. Also, I'm being drawn to the color red here, dealing with your root chakra, feeling secure in your mind for whatever reason. You felt as though something wasn't right, something wasn't secure, and you may have been in two minds about how to bring about security for yourself or your family. I see you moving, literally. Look, at the bottom of the deck, the moon. I see you moving. She has a bag there and a boat as well. This could also represent you being kind of going through an emotional wave or a roller coaster, and that was also stirring up your mental health, making you just be blindfolded and not really be able to see what it was that was right in front of you in order to make a solid and grounded decision in order to move forward. What else do we have here? So what I'm getting from this Knight of Wands here is to dance, listen to music, move your body. Whenever you feel that stagnant, stuck energy, you're starting to step into depression, or your anxiety is flaring, or you're just overthinking and obsessively creating what I call a mental tornado. Dance, turn some music on and move your body. It doesn't even necessarily have to be music, but she is hitting a drum here. Also, they're not sound bowls, but they have little musical drums that help higher your vibration. So maybe you should look into that. Also, I see with this candles. Are you a fire sign? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? If you are, incense and candles also will help with your environment and just uplift the energy around you. Next, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this could also be you worrying about money. I also see this too because the time that I'm recording this, we are having a full moon in Aquarius. I see this too as you doing like spell work or rituals to help with your mindset. And you absolutely can do that. That's why I love spirituality, because it can help with your mental health. Whatever it is that you're wanting to release out of your mind, write it down on that paper. Talk to Mama Moon and tell her, look, this is not okay. I'm wanting to release this, and burn it. And play you some music and have your candles. I also would like to encourage you too, because of the Four of Pentacles, I heard the four elements. So incorporate the four elements into your spiritual practices. So water, have you some water with you when you're doing this. Light your candle for fire. Air is going to be there. And for earth, I personally always pick up pine cones when I'm outside. That is my earthly thing that I add. Or you can also add herbs, which is one thing I heard as well. For mental health, I'm trying to see. What I just heard was basil or bay leaves. Especially basil for money and bay leaves for setting intentions, but also if you're wanting to get rid of anxiety or obsessive thoughts, write that on a bay leaf and burn that as well. Look at there. The Hierophant. There's going to be an opening. Something is releasing out of your subconscious. I also see you meditating and realizing that meditation is actually a very good practice for you to incorporate in your day-to-day life to help with your mental health as well. Let's get a couple of more. Crystals that help with anxiety. I find that amethyst. Sleep with amethyst around you. That helps out greatly. Putting it under your pillow. Not only does it help with your dreams, but it keeps your anxiety down. Amethyst connects to your crown chakra. So again, if you're having obsessive thoughts, have that amethyst. I also recommend putting an amethyst in your hair and sitting out in the sun. That helps as well. I'm also hearing too, someone has headaches from overthinking. Go sit in the sun. Even if you don't have an amethyst crystal, go get you some sunlight. Let it hit directly on your third eye. Again, the emphasis, someone really loves music here. Music is very healing or therapeutic for you. I just heard that you could be clairaudient, or you're working on or opening up to your clairaudient abilities. Use music for that. I also heard to write. If you like music, maybe you could start writing music. Maybe you could write poems and use that as a form of healing or coping with your mental health as well. Spending time out in nature would be helpful. I think I said that when I was saying to sit out in the sun and let the sun hit your third eye. You can also do this with the moon. Full moon rituals, get into them. Let the moon hit your third eye as well. There are double fours here. Fours are dealing with your foundation. And what I just heard was roots. Your growing roots or sprouting roots. So with that, do not pay attention to what's happening in your reality. And by that I mean, like, don't get so connected or caught up to it to where you're like, okay, my manifestations aren't coming because you don't see them. That could also affect your mental health. If you are receiving signs in your reality that is shifting and changing, believe that over what's happening in your mind. Don't let your mind get caught up in what's in the physical. Things are shifting and changing. And with that, again, with the flow that I did earlier, it's like, go with the flow. Don't be so limited in how the changes can go about. With the Lovers, self-love. Sacred evolution of learning your frequencies. How frequent are you pouring into your own pool of love? I was staring at this anchor here on her arm. That's Sagittarian energy that I picked up on earlier. Stay focused. Stay focused on your manifestations. Stay focused on your intentions. You can even, during your ritual, ask your spirit guides, your spirit team, your ancestors, your guardian angels, any deities that you work with to help you to stay focused and not get caught up on the swirl of the crumbling reality that's happening. It could freak you out a little bit, is what I'm hearing. I'm also picking up too on like Virgo energy. Virgos are like, they have perfectionistic tendencies. If everything's not like right in order, boom, 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 you start to feel some type of way. And it's like, get out of that. Get out of that. And also with Virgos too, you guys, have stomach problems. If your mind, think of this is your higher self. This is your 9. Your lower self is your 6. If you put a 6 and a 9 together, that represents the yin and the yang. That's a balance. So if your stomach is having problems, that means you're not connected to your 6, and therefore you're not in balance. So keep your thoughts elevated. Make sure you're frequently practicing self-love acts for yourself to keep your vibration high and to stay in balance. And it's coming. The Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck with the 3 of Pentacles. Lots of earth energy here. So Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. That means if you have those placements, things in the physical as far as money and obtaining physical things, you will come easily to you because you are connected to earth. Remember that she's sitting comfortably with that pentacle in her hand. The stability is coming. The stability is coming. Don't get caught up in your thoughts, okay? I love you guys. Don't get caught up in your thoughts, okay? Okay.